Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first ever live stream straight from Mopop here in Seattle of the Nindies at Night event. I'm so happy to have you all here. I cannot believe that we're actually pulling this off. This is fantastic.
This is super exciting. And in case you guys don't know who's joining me today, this is Damon. Damon, tell him a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a Leo. My name is Damon Baker. I head up our partner management team at Nintendo of America, and super excited to be here representing third-party, representing all of these amazing independent developers and the amazing content that they're bringing to PAX this year. What a great way to start off this event.
Can't think of any better way to do it. In case you guys don't know, I am Pamela Horton. I'm going to be your pseudo host today for the Nindies at Night here on Hyper RPG. Please, so you guys know, we are having a little bit of an interactive thing going on today. If you have questions for the developers as I'm interviewing them, please use the hashtag questions in the chat, and I will receive your questions here on my handy dandy little notebook. So if you have questions you want me to ask them, I will ask them directly just for you guys. But we do have a lot in store for you guys. We do have our correspondent Matt down on the floor, who is going to be checking out some hands-on game time, actually out on the floor, people real-time interactions. And then we also have some dev interviews, and we also have some really fun surprises in store for you guys. I'm really excited for you two guys.
Hey, there's somebody trolling behind us. It's not your turn yet. Get out of the picture.
He saw that I was dressed up as Travis Touchdown. He got a little excited. But yeah, we have a lot in store for you, so I'm going to take it to the floor to Matt. He's going to get you guys started out on the floor. Can we do it right now? You guys ready? You ready for this? Let's go.
Have fun, guys.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, new viewers. My name is Mal Acevedo. Some of you may know me as Shy Guy Express, and you're watching Hyper RPG, everyone. And tonight, we are going to be walking around the floor, checking out all the indie games, checking out all the content, talking with developers, looking at gameplay, and looking at everything firsthand here at Hyper RPG, guys. I am so excited. This is a dream come true, and I'm so excited to be sharing this experience with you guys. So thank you so much. We're going to go wander around. But guys, remember that if you like what you see, to make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Let us know what you think. Share. You could tweet us with the hashtag Nindies at Night, and just let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. Get active in that chat. This is an experience for both of us. So let's do this together. All right, so guys, thank you so much. We're going to cut it back up to Pamela Horton with Super Meat Boy.
But I am joined by Team Meat. We've got Tommy and Kyle. Guys, what brings you here?
We're showing Super Meat Boy Forever.
Oh.
And we're wearing matching shirts.
You're showing it forever, or you're...
Yeah, we're here forever. Yeah, we're here forever. We've never left.
This is our lives now.
We've always been here.
So Super Meat Boy Forever is obviously a new iteration of Super Meat Boy. Is there anything in particular that's significantly different about the game?
Well, it's a sequel, so that's different.
So different.
Yeah. I like how you guys have already established that we're really smarmy. I like it. We're gonna have a rapport.
Yeah,
this is what happens when we're nervous.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is nervous. I'm saying don't look directly into the camera over and over. So
just look at your beautiful game.
I've seen it, but so yeah, what's different? So it's a sequel, and we've decided with sequels you have to do something different, because if you do the same thing over and over, you just become stagnant. I guess. I mean, that's not to. I mean,
so profound.
I know. I could do the. It's like a sequoia tree in a pot. If you leave
that didn't
the
work in
sequoia
rehearsal,
tree,
man. Drop the sequoia tree.
That's because I said sequoia plant.
That did work, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but if you don't grow out of the pot,
you'll never see the world.
You die.
Oh.
But yeah. So.
About the game.
Yeah, really. So yeah, we decided to do something different and wanted to make a sequel, but have a different way to present it. So in this game, we have it's just 2-button controls.
Mm-hmm.
We've boiled it down to just something very, very simple. And in doing that, we found that you can have a whole bunch of challenge and a whole lot of like really compelling gameplay with just 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Which was a crazy design challenge, but you know, if you don't challenge yourself, then why are you doing stuff?
Yeah.
So.
Do you guys think that the change in the way that the play style is going to kind of negate the way that some people feel towards the game if they're used to the previous version of Super Meat Boy?
Well, so we've been here for a while now, and people have been playing it, and they have the exact same reactions that they did to the first Meat Boy. Because I've shown the first Meat Boy at E3s and GDCs and PAX and all that stuff.
Oh,
and
bragging so much.
Well, I do get around.
Well.
So yeah, but their reactions are the same because the way we put this together was exactly the same way we put the first one together. We spent a lot of time on controls before we designed any levels, and then as soon as we had the controls perfect, then it's like it's level time. And that's how you make like a really good, compelling platformer. Your controls have to complement your levels. So.
Yeah, people downstairs keep saying one more try.
Yeah,
one more try,
and we have to kick them
that's,
off.
But that's the staple to the platformer game in general.
Exactly.
So speaking of like immersion into the level, someone asked in the chat. I have a question from the chat. Where did it go? I lost it. Oh, Nero Kart 64 asks. Hi, Neat Team. Who will do the soundtrack for Super Meat Boy Forever?
Ridiculon. Their Twitter is Planet Ridiculon, but they did music for Meat Boy on PS4. They did music for Binding of Isaac. Like they are just amazing musicians.
And Oshawott asks, how can Super Meat Boy Forever compare to the other endless runners like Knack?
Well, this is not an endless runner. Every level is basically designed like little tiny Meat Boy levels, and we present them to you like Meat Boy flashcards in a way. So, and they're presented to you randomly. Like if once you go into a level, you have a random seed that comes up, and then that generates the entire level. And then when you beat it, we generate a new one that's harder. So we constantly have you leveling it up. So it is not an endless runner at all because there are very specific design things. We're not just going to throw 50,000 saws at you and be like, have fun.
Well, and also too, not just from a gameplay aspect, you guys have kind of amped up the story a little bit. Now there's 2 playable characters, and there's a kidnapping aside from Bandage Girl. Now you can play as Bandage Girl.
Yes, you can. I'm getting older. I wanna eventually have children. So
they can be abducted by.
Well, I mean. I don't know if they're going to be good children.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping that my child is good enough that I want to constantly run to save them, and not just be like, well, that. Ugh.
I hope that your paternal instincts will kick in.
Let's hope I have paternal instincts.
So can players look forward to some of the same elements that they've seen in previous versions of the game?
There is, I mean,
there are saws.
Yes, there are saws.
Don't worry about that.
There is challenge. But in addition to that, we've made Meat Boy and Bandage Girl. They're not defenseless anymore. They can punch. They can kick. And it's kind of awesome. Those little mushroom things. It's really fun to just smack them in the face and then smack them into a saw.
It looks satisfying to be able to punch because before all you could really do is jump.
You were helpless. And I mean, the energy, the drive to save your child. He's like, I can punch now.
But before saving the lady wasn't good enough to learn how to punch.
Well, I mean,
something changes when you have a kid.
Bandage Girl is a pacifist.
His paternal instinct
Yes, he can lift cars up now.
He's like whatever he said, sure. going with that. So what aspect about developing the game excited you guys most about its release?
So Nugget, the little baby.
Baby Nugget?
I am excited to make her a huge pain to Dr. Fetus because Meat Boy is a pretty good adversary to Dr. Fetus, but I think Nugget's going to be a little bit of a handful for him because he's never dealt with that.
It's a baby.
Yeah, to him he's like, I'll just kidnap this thing.
In meat years, how old is Nugget?
Oh, none.
None meat years?
Yeah, none meat years.
Yeah, she just came out of the oven.
Yeah. Oh. Wow, let's get marketing on that.
Just came out of the bun out of the oven. Nugget out of, I don't know. Never mind. This is why I do on-camera hosting and not markets.
Yeah, well,
marketing.
We're not good at it either, so.
Question in the chat, will there be HD Rumble?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
not?
Look at that enthusiasm, guys. Your questions are being answered.
The high definition Rumble, yes.
Gotta have that high definition Rumble.
Yes.
Let's see. Will unlockable characters make a comeback?
I think so. That's not a hard yes and a hard no. I think so.
That's okay. That's developer terminology
that's
for.
A mask.
I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I can't.
We'll see.
I'm not at liberty to discuss that. I appreciate you not taking the political, the super political answer.
Well, I haven't been media trained, so
yeah. That
Well,
would have helped.
Right.
You guys didn't have media training before coming and doing media for your game? Ooh, I'm telling.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm telling. What Nintendo? Never mind. I won't.
Yeah.
I won't tell on you guys. You guys, we're
I don't
tight.
think. Yeah, no one knows.
We're chill. We're chill.
This is rehearsal, right? Are we
Yeah,
live?
are we live?
No, we're live.
Oh.
We're live.
Oh.
It's got real nervous.
So we do have, before I take it down to Matt on the floor, we do have a trailer to show you guys for Super Meat Boy Forever. So I'm going to roll the trailer, and then we're going to go straight down to the floor. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank
Tommy,
you.
Kyle.
Thank you.
See you guys next time.
All right.
Down to the floor.
This is Meat Boy. This is Bandage Girl. And this, well, this is Nugget. Their little bundle of joy. Aww.
Thanks, man.
This is Dr. Fetus. He's not a real doctor. Wow. One day, while our heroes were enjoying life, Dr. Fetus attacked them and kidnapped Nugget! When our heroes came to and couldn't find Nugget, they knew what they had to do.
Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. We are here with SteamWorld Dig 2 with Brian from one of the developers. What's up, buddy? Thank you so much for taking your time, for showing us the game. I'm really excited about this.
Thanks. I mean, I should say thanks, because this is so awesome. We get to be here at Nindies Night, showing the best game coming out in 2017. SteamWorld Dig 2 is going to kill it.
I totally agree, man. I know that as a fan of the first SteamWorld Dig, which was for the 3DS, guys, it leaves off, spoilers, it leaves off right at the end of the game, picks up right where Rusty actually, we don't know what happens to him. He had a final boss battle, we don't know what happened to him, but Dorothy has picked up searching for Rusty. Can you tell us a little bit about the story and the new mechanics that are going to be happening in this game, and what old ones will we see as well that will be in it?
Well, obviously, I mean, it's a sequel. It's called SteamWorld Dig 2, so there's got to be something from SteamWorld Dig. So this wonderful sort of Zen-like loop of digging, picking up stuff, like getting up gems and bringing them to the surface, sell them, get new gear, better gear, go down, dig some more, dig deeper. That is still there, but now we have so many new dimensions to the game where you can upgrade your stuff in so many new ways. You find so many different things. You have classes of people that or other robots that you're running into and so on. So it's a radically new game. This is exactly what digging should be.
That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for taking your time, guys. SteamWorld Dig 2, I'm really excited for this game. Make sure to add it to your Steam list. When is it coming out? Do we have a date yet?
That is the coolest thing. It's coming out on September 21st, 3 weeks from now. And it's going to be $20 or 20 euros or 15 pounds, I think, in England, yeah. So it's a steal, and it's coming soon, really soon.
Awesome, Brian, thank you so much, guys. Guys, I'm going to send it back to Pam. She is with Floor Boys. Check it out with the developers, and we'll see you guys very soon. We'll be right back. Dude, thank you so much.
Welcome back from your adventure on the floor, guys. Just to remind you, you are watching the Nindies at Night here on twitch.tv/hyperrpg for Nintendo of America, highlighting and featuring all the indie games being showcased here at PAX I wanted to say Prime, PAX West. And moving on to our next indie game, I am joined by, we've got Eric and John from, you guys are, speaking of the floor kids. We're going to talk about your guys' game, so
That's right.
take it away.
Okay. My name's Eric, also known as Kid Koala. I did the music, the beats, scratches, sound design for Floor Kids.
Hey, I'm John. I am the creator of all the Floor Kids characters, and I'm the hand-drawn animator that basically did all the graphics.
So you've got the art and the music. Very nice.
So a lot of people asking, what's Floor Kids? Is it a rhythm game? Is it this or is it that? Well, basically, it's a b-boy, b-girl, break, battle, hand-drawn animated game that has moments of rhythm game, but also a game engine that allows you to kind of express yourself and create your own choreographies. So we start with 8-play. Oh, wait. You want to talk about this?
And this is how we met 10 years ago.
This is how we met. We were both working at the film board. I was scoring a film, and he was in another studio animating. And I walked in, and I saw his style of drawing, and I kind of immediately said, this is crazy dope. Because I just love how raw it is, how scratchy.
And he didn't know I was already a big fan of Deltron and all of his past work, like through his animated music videos.
Yeah.
So
you
we
guys
just
started
clicked.
out being fans of each other. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
it was crazy. And so one day he comes to my house, and he has like a big phone book pad of paper, and he's flipping through it. And it's one of these characters doing these cycles.
Oh, okay.
And even though there was no music playing, I said, how do you do this character has rhythm, you know? I can feel the beat in the animation, and it's because he's actually a b-boy himself, and I call him he's kind of got like Rain Man level animation skills where he can break down every move in the b-boy repertoire and actually frame it out.
Well, I mean, I came through it from visual arts, and I really love the visual aspect of b-boying. And then when I changed cities, the first people I met were b-boys and b-girls, and they just pulled me in, and I got really deep into it. And then now it's coming back to influence the art.
Awesome.
But yeah, basically we got 8
so
playable characters.
Yeah,
right?
well, 8 playable characters. Before we get to that, so we met the other team members, Rena.
Oh, yeah.
Rena, who we talked about how do we work together, how can we do this, and then we met HoloLabs, who are the coders of the game. So we're not the actual developers, we're just the art and the music side.
Yeah.
But Rena kind of was able to wrangle us all together so we could work together. But about the game, so we have 8 playable characters.
None of which are me and all my friends. But
you start.
You sound sad about that.
you start with the option to play Noogie or Scribbles, and then as you master each character's moves, you can unlock more characters and more venues. Each character has a minimum of 16 moves, unique moves that you have to learn, and those moves are broken down into 4 categories. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, so there's 4 categories of moves. There's top rock, some people call it up rock. There's down rock, some people call it footwork. There's power moves and freezes. So top rock is simple. It's just you're standing up, you're dancing. Down rock is you're on the floor, you're dancing. Yeah. And then power moves are all the spinning, momentum, head spinning moves. And then you have freezes, which you don't move.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, simple.
So yeah, I mean, let's talk about the controls. So what you use are the Joy-Cons. You could use the joystick, the 4 buttons, which we internally are calling the rhythm pad, and also these, what do you call these buttons?
These triggers.
The what?
The bumpers?
The bumper buttons.
Bumpers
okay.
and then triggers.
I call them triggers. I don't know.
So again, like I said, there were 16 moves for each character. You kind of perform those by playing different variation combos on the rhythm pad. To change your height level, you flick up and down on the joystick. So you go from up rock to down rock to floor, to floor work, and then to do power moves, you do quick,
circular,
clockwise or counterclockwise motions. To keep that momentum up, you can actually, if you're playing it handheld, you can actually go touchscreen and actually kind of keep that momentum going this way if you want. So for freezes, you clutch. And then once you're in freeze, you can hit those bumpers.
I can see.
You can hit those bumpers, and you can actually add other kind of special extra moves that you can unlock.
So leave it to the B people to find new ways to mix and match the style of play, right?
Yeah. No, it looks great.
So we got 2 modes: freestyle mode and battle mode.
So yeah, freestyle mode is a single player. It's a 2-minute round split up into verses and choruses. The verses are where you get to express yourself. The choruses are where you get to, you have to do a mini rhythm game where you have to hit the shots of the DJ or the band in those moments.
Okay.
And then you get to freestyle again during the second verse. The battle mode is a 2-player local multiplayer version where you get to take turns going into the ring and dancing. But while that's happening, if you're a sideline player, you can throw taunts, you can throw burns, you can try to throw off the person, mess up their routine if you want. So that's fun.
And then there's there's a scoring. There's 5 methods of scoring, and they're based off of real, how the international judging is done at different competitions. And ours is funk, flow, flavor, fire, and flyness. So funk is musicality. Are you on beat with your inputs? Flow is, did you fall? Did you mess up? Did you give up? Did you stop and go idle? So basically, if you don't do that, you get lots of points. Flavor is like originality. It's like you don't do the same move over and over again. You don't do the same routine over and over again. You want to try to find a different story through all your different moves each time. You get rewarded for that. And then fire is like setting the crowd reactions on fire. So that depending on where you go, who's in the crowd, they're going to call out different moves at different times. And if you hit it on the right time, you're going to get mad points. And then the last one is flyness, which is basically stage presence, that swag, that like attitude.
Yeah.
And there are hidden poses in there that you know.
I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, chat, and you guys. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a game judge me based on my flyness. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that right now.
This holiday season is the season for you.
Yeah, ready to be judged on flyness. You guys ready to take real quick question from the audience, or?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Someone asked. Where was it? Oh, is there going to be HD Rumble? Is there Rumble capability in the game?
That's something we're working on. It's not on this build that's on the floor, but we definitely have that on our list.
Third Rate Minion asks, have other breakdancers seen this game and given input on it?
Absolutely.
Yep. So actually, we're working with a B-girl who is part of the controls design team. I actually hit up Dizzy, who was the inventor of the International 5 Standards of Judging. I kind of just gave him a shout out and let him know that I'm doing a little twist on his. And Dunok has been a big supporter since the original video was on B-Boy World. He's like reached out to me. Lazy Legs is a big inspiration. There, lots of people have just been like low key giving us love, and even someone showed up today like on the floor.
Really?
Jerem came up and he was just like, yeah, everyone's like, I just flew in from Montreal on the plane. I missed the whole like internet blow up, and they're telling me that B-boys and B-girls are really like putting this out there and saying these are real moves. So because they are,
and that's amazing. So you know that Floor Kids is going to be a truly authentic game. Make sure you guys check that out. Let us know on Twitter using the hashtag Nindies, and in the chat, hashtag questions, letting us know what questions you have about the games we're featuring. I'm going to throw it down to the floor to Matt, because hopefully he's breakdancing. I have high hopes that he will be down there breakdancing. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me.
Thanks a lot.
Taking it down to Matt.
What's up, guys? We're here in the heart of Nindies at Night with Wargroove. I'm here with Tom, one of the developers here, talking about the game. Hey, dude, thanks so much for taking your time out.
No problem. Hey,
so something I just want to talk to you really quick about is that I know a lot of people are very excited about this game because it's very reminiscent of that old, tactile turn-based RPG. It kind of makes me feel like Advance Wars, but like in a fantasy scenario. Can you tell me a little bit more about the game and what you guys have planned for it?
Well, Advance Wars is a good jumping-off point mechanically. It's very similar to Advance Wars, and if you've played that, you'll be able to pick this up and pretty much start right away. There are a few key differences, and really what we tried to do was bring modern technology into the formula, provide things that just didn't exist when Game Boy Advance was out. We have 4-player multiplayer, online multiplayer, a map editor, and the ability to create your own campaigns.
That's really incredible, man. I know that's something that I was really looking forward to because for me, like, is that lack for me. I couldn't really play that multiplayer in the past, and having this as an available to us is so incredible, especially with like the mobile of the Switch. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We're hoping people can use the portability of the Switch and play with their friends, but also create their own content. Really, make it their own.
Can you tell me a little bit more of like the kind of classes and like different races and stuff we could see in this game? Or
Well, it's fantasy based, you could say. So we've got archers, we've got dragons. We kind of went in a fantasy direction to make it more light and fun. It's the tone of a game like this could easily go to a dark place with guns and stuff. So the fantasy thing kind of makes it more fun and accessible, kid friendly.
I love that, man. Do you guys have a release date yet? Where can we expect this, or like any quarters? Or
We're looking at early 2018.
Early 2018, guys. We're about to send it back up to Pam, but thank you so much for letting us talk about this game. I'm really looking forward to it, man. Especially with like I just see like someone they just split the Joy-Cons and are just easily playing like a 2-player right now. That's super awesome.
2-player with the Joy-Con demo right here. Yep.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. You can check it out right here, man. Look at, if you can, look at that. Oh, don't say. Look at that. So you can see it right now. Are you guys playing against each other right now, or?
I have no idea.
No idea. Awesome.
We tried 2 players.
That's great, man. There we go. Look at that. Dude, it looks really good. The colors and stuff really are incredible, my friend.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys. We're going to hand it over to Pam. We're going to hand it back to Pam, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. But here comes Pam with some No More Heroes, guys. Pretty. What?
Welcome back, guys. We are on Nindies at Night. And now for the game that I've been dressed up for very casually, crossplay of Travis Touchdown. I'm here with Suda-san and his translator James, and we're going to be talking about Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. I'm not going to lie, hyped, excited, excited, very excited. So tell us a little bit about the game.
OK。ハロー。ハロー。あ、その前に、ゲームの話の前に、パメラ、これひょっとしてトラビスじゃない
？Before we talk about the game, he wants to make sure this is Travis, right?
Absolutely.
いや、ありがとう。みんな見て、本当に。
Everyone check this out.
最高、女性トラビス登場です。ありがとうございます。
Awesome female Travis.
Yeah, I did it.
Nice. で、ちゃんとね、話をすると、このシリーズ「ノーマーヒーローズ」というゲームは、今から10年前2007年に Wii で出たゲームなんですけども、殺し屋のランキングを、駆け上っていく若い殺し屋の話で、武器はいわゆるルーカス・スカイウォーカーのようなビーム刀というね、光の剣を使って戦います。そしてこれね、充電エネルギーなくなるんですよ。そうしたら振ってください。ガーッと振る。これが最高に楽しいゲームって評判でした。
Yeah.
はい。
To explain a bit about the game, it's in the No More Heroes series, and No More Heroes originally came out 10 years ago in 2007, and it's about an assassin named Travis who fights his way through the rankings of other assassins, and he's got a weapon kind of like Luke Skywalker called a beam katana, and the beam katana runs out of energy, and when it runs out of energy you have to recharge it by going like that, and that's how you can tell it's a fun game.
Because it's
Sorry.
It's fine. Also, by the way, congratulations on 10-year anniversary for No More Heroes. That's exciting.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
That's really exciting. And also, guys, by the way, hashtag questions. If you guys have questions about No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Again, let us know. I've got it right here. I see your questions right here. I'm not going to ask them now. We're going to move on to the next part. So obviously, I hope that you guys have all played No More Heroes, and I'm really excited. So there's one aspect to the game that really separates it from the other version of the game, which is the Death Drive and the Death Glove. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that?
前作とちょっと違うっていうのは、デスドライブとデスグローブの点ですが、それについてちょっと教えてください。
これまでね、さっきも話した通り、シリーズ1、2っていうのは殺し屋同士の戦いだったんですよね。要は殺し屋同士が、どっちかが生きるか死ぬかってまさに、死をテーマにしたゲームだったんですけども、今回は、全く違う新しいトラビスのストーリーで、彼の今回の冒険というのはデストライブマーク2といういわゆる幻のゲームがあって、実際発売されなかったゲームなんですね。で、ミドルウェア自体はアンリアルプロトタイプというアンリアルエンジンの前身のエンジンを使ったで、 いわゆるベクタースキャンのゲームだ。ちょっと長いね。一回いいか。
So basically, as you mentioned earlier, the first two games were about Travis Touchdown, the assassin, fighting with other assassins, and the theme of the games was basically death. Assassins fighting to see who lives and dies.
Makes sense.
And this time he's taken it in a different direction, and it's about sort of this phantom game console called Death Drive Mark II, which it's sort of like a vector scan style, like really old school game console that never ended up going on the market. And it uses an engine called the Unreal Prototype, which is basically an Unreal Engine ripoff, I guess.
Okay.
And that's pretty much where he's got to so far.
Oh, okay.
でちょうど今 PV 流れてますけど、なんやかんやって今回新しいキャラクターでバットマンというキャラクターが出るんですね。バットですね。いや BAT じゃなくて BAU の方ですね。BA 何 ？D や BAD のバットマン。あっちの DC の方じゃないですからね。こっち新しいオリジナルのバットマンというのが出ます。で彼となんやかんやってそのデストライブマーク2の世界に入っていきます。
So this game features an all-new character called Badman, and he wants to stress it's Badman, not Batman, not like the Bat guy, whatever. It's a completely different guy, Badman. And basically, Travis and Badman they enter into the world of the Death Drive Mark II. And that's where the game begins.
Okay.
であとはもう一つ説明すると6つのゲームの中に入ってくるんですね、デストライブの。
And inside the Death Drive, there are 6 games which represent 6 different worlds, and Travis goes into each one of these 6 different worlds.
Okay.
でそのカートリッジがそのデストライブに関しては、丸いボールなんですよ。デスボールっていうボールなんですね。でこれを6個集めると実は願い事が叶うという。虎の神様が巨大な神様が登場して願い事を一つだけ叶えてくれるという神話があって、それも一つの目的としてトラビスは戦いに行くんですね。
And the games used for the Death Drive, they're not like cartridges or CDs. They're on like round balls called death balls. And there's like an old myth saying that if you collect all 6 of these, then this huge like tiger god is going to come down from the heavens and will grant you one wish. So that's basically the goal of the game, is for Travis to collect all 6 games and get his wish.
Oh, okay. There is a lot of personality in obviously the first No More Heroes and now this iteration, and obviously it takes a really creative mind to do that. How did you get your start into indie games?
やっぱりこういうゲームを作るにはすごくクリエイティブな心がないと少ないと思うんですけど、もともとインディーゲームズに入ったのはどういうきっかけだったんですか？
そうですね。今回僕らがなんでこのインディーナイトにいるか、不思議に思う皆さんもいると思うんですけども、PV の中に実はホットラインマイアミがあって、トラビス自体がまずゲーマーなんですよね。で彼はちょうどこの PV だとクリア直前だったんですけど、バットマンに邪魔されてめちゃめちゃムカつくぐらい超ゲーマーで、そういうのもあってトラビスとインディーゲームの関わりもそうだし、あと我々グラスホッパー長いんでごめんね。我々グラスホッパーも今年で来年か20周年なんですけども、僕らスタートの頃っていうのは本当インディーサイズでゲームを作っていて、で去年の PAX とかもそうなんですけども、いろいろ若いインディークリエイターとたくさんあって、僕らもそのぐらいの規模感でもう一回ゲームを作りたい。自分たちのすごくパーソナルゲームみたいなものを作っていきたいなと思って、今回このインディーの中に参加させてもらいました。よろしく。
To answer that question, and also the question as to why he's here in the first place, if you've seen the trailer, you might have noticed that Travis is playing Hotline Miami at the beginning of it, and this new guy Badman comes in and gets in his way, and this pisses Travis off to no end because he's a real hardcore gamer and he really loves his games and he got his game.
You don't mess with game time.
Yeah, that's just not cool. So basically, if you notice that Hotline Miami was in there, it's because Sudo himself really likes Hotline Miami and indie games, and he's been checking out a lot of indie games for the past 2 years or so, and decided, it's almost Grasshopper's 20th anniversary, and for the next title, they'd like to go back and do something like, kind of old school, like with a smaller scale team, kind of smaller scale game, and get back into more of the indie spirit. So that's why they decided to come here and put out this game both.
Absolutely, and with going to look at other indie games in the spirit of collaboration, there's been word around that the spirit of collaboration is alive and well with No More Heroes. Can you guys elaborate on that?
インディーズのコラボレーションというといくつか噂みたいなの聞いてるんですけど、もしかしたらコラボあるんじゃないかなっていうのを聞いてるんですけど。いや
まずホットラインマイアミとは何かしらコラボしたいと思ってるんですよね。あともう一つ、ち ちょっと T シャツを今日下に着てまして。
First, yeah, he'd really like to do some kind of proper collaboration with Hotline Miami, and there's another game that he'd also like to collaborate with, and he's actually got a shirt for it.
Oh.
So.
Oh!
Yeah.
That is Shovel Knight. Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Is Travis going to be wearing a Shovel Knight shirt?
Travis はシャベルナイトのシャツ着るんですか?
Yeah, もちろんトラビス着ます。
Yay!
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I should have worn
Yeah.
one.
ただまあ本当シンプルなコラボレーションなんですよね。だけど僕らまだね今日まだ一回もお酒飲んでなくてビール飲んでないんですけども、この後彼らとねもしビール飲んだらもっとすごいコラボレーションがね生まれるかもしれません。
It's right now it's just a really simple collaboration, but we've just got here. The night's just started. We haven't even had any beers yet. So after this, we're gonna go out with some beers with these guys and get to talking about it. And who knows, it might turn into something really huge as far as we know. So.
One of the questions, I'm going to do a real quick question from the chat. I'm looking at what we've got here. Is it, Tabasco Taco asks, is this a mainline game or a spin-off?
これってメインのシリーズのゲームですか？それかどっちかも外伝的なものですか？
まあ今回ナンバーリングをつけてないっていうのはトラビスの新しい冒険なので。まあスピンオフとか新しいトラビスの冒険シリーズだと思ってください。
The reason it's not numbered, for example, like No More Heroes 3 or whatever, is because while it is part of the No More Heroes series, obviously it's a brand new adventure for Travis. So he'd like people to think of it as the start of the possible start of a new series. In the bigger main
Same
series.
character, new adventures.
Yeah.
Awesome. Will the game, seems to be the most popular question you guys are asking in the chat right now, will the game feature HD Rumble?
一番よく聞かれてるのはゲームの HD ランブルは出るんですか？
HD ランブル？
HD ランブル。
何それ
？What's that?
Like
これねもちろん。
Of course, yeah.
Okay, good.
いろいろやりますよ。
Everybody seems to want to know if the Switch is gonna.
それみんな聞いてきてるから、ちょっとブルブルなれへんかなって。
スタッフのみんな。やろうねこれねちゃんとね。今みんなちょうど日本ランチの時間なんですよ。でうちのグラスホッパーのスタッフみんな今飯食いながらこれ見てるんで。
It's lunchtime in Japan right now, so all the Grasshopper staff is watching us while eating lunch. So everyone get to it.
And also too, before we were talking about the beam katana and shaking it down, are you still going to be able to do that on the Switch? Shaking the Switch?
スイッチでもできるんですか？
今回だからねまだ言っていいのかな。いや1個だけで遊ばせる。ことを考えてます。ジョイコン1個で。
They're thinking about making it playable with only one Joy-Con.
いやいや。まああとそうあとなぜかというとジョイコン1個で遊べるっていうことはいつかスマッシュブラザーに参加しやすくなりますから。それを考えてますね僕は。
The main reason for that is if you can play with just one Joy-Con, then it makes it much easier to put Travis in Smash Brothers at some point. So.
いやいやいや。もうずっと待ってます。いや。
He's waiting for it.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know with the hashtag Nindies what you guys think about having Travis touchdown in Super Smash Brothers. Let's get that hype train started. Of course, this is nothing official from here. Hopes and dreams, they're alive and well. Thank you very much, Suda-san and James, for coming to visit me and talking about Travis touchdown.
パヤナもう一個だけ言い忘れたんだけどいいかな。
There's one more thing you'd like to say.
そうこのインディーの T シャツなんですけども、もっとね他のインディーゲームとたくさんコラボレーションしたいから、ぜひ僕に連絡ください。電話番号は090やめときましょう。ツイッターアカウントとかにね連絡もらえればぜひ。
About the T-shirt. Basically, it's not just this game. He wants to do collaborations with lots of other indie games as well. So if there are any indie creators out there watching, if you'd like to do a collaboration with the No More Heroes series,
and you want to
find him on Twitter and send him a line.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit him up on Twitter and let him know if you want to collaborate. We're going to, again, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to throw it down to Matt on the floor again so we can find out what shenanigans he's getting up to. We'll be right back up here on the dev floor.
Welcome back, guys. I am here with Kai from Frozen Bytes with 9 Parchments. Thank you so much for taking your time to talk with me about the game, man. I'm really excited. This game, it's a magician-based team game, co-op game. That's it's like a dungeon crawler, right? It's like tell me a bit more about the game, like the different classes and stuff we can expect.
So you're all basically playing as a group of wizards, or more precisely, wizard apprentices who want to become wizards. So it's a game where you start off with a couple of spells and at the first level of the game, but then you level up your characters, you get some additional skills to them, and increase your spell pool from 2 up to 9 spells at the end of the game.
That's awesome, man. What I really like about this is that you're bringing back that couch co-op kind of like gameplay, which we haven't seen. I feel like I haven't played something like this in a long time, personally. And are you going to have online capabilities, or is it all going to be local co-op? Or
It's going to be both. So you can have local co-op like we have here, 4 players, and you can have online as well. And you can also have like a mix. So you can have like 3 people local and 1 people join online as well.
That's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit more about the customizability? It looks like every character so far that I've been able to see is you can customize the hats, the outfits, the staffs. Does that you mentioned before that didn't, some things affected gameplay or like effects and stuff. Can you tell me a little bit more about the customization?
So each of the characters you play as has a different set of starting spells that they start out with, and then you can find different types of hats and magical staffs throughout the game. The hats themselves are pretty much just like visual change, which you can just use to pimp up your character and look to make him or her look whatever you want to. But the staffs, they can have some special effects, like they can be fire attack on fire damage on melee, and then or maybe something like decreased cooldown on your blink spell, which is like the teleport that every one of the wizards has. And yeah.
Awesome, man. Can you just tell me a little bit more about like the different classes? I know we probably have heavies, we have support. Like, what can you tell us about the different mage classes?
Well, they're mostly pretty much wizards, so they're all based on magic. So there's not really any like classes per se, but the different characters come with their own individual skill trees. So the skills that you can level up are a little bit different for each of the characters. Typically, the skill trees are divided into like defensive magic, offensive magic, and then something a little bit special, depending on which of the characters you're playing as.
Awesome, Kai. Thank you so much for your time. I'm really looking forward to it. When can we expect the game to come out?
It's coming out this holiday season.
Holiday season, guys. Woo, Q4, baby. Guys, thank you so much. Remember, if you like the content, let us know what you think. Hashtag Nindies at night. And just make sure to subscribe to Hyper RPG and check out all the content. Just hashtag Nindies, guys. And we're going to send it over back to Pam with our friends from Yacht Club Games, guys. So we'll see you in a bit. See you in a little bit. Woo.
Welcome back, guys. I am Pamela Horton for Hyper RPG on the Nindies at Night for Nintendo, talking about the indie showcase we have going on at PAX West this year. I am joined by, if you couldn't tell by their shirts, Yacht Club, and also too, Suda-san wearing
there's a lot of people wearing
Night.
Shovel Knight shirts.
Yeah. Guys, what?
Sorry, that was
like, asked for one. We could have brought one.
Yeah, we should have brought him.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, man. That was so cool. That was like so
really
insanely cool.
cool.
That was like very like last minute, and so
did you
it
know
was
about
like,
it?
we knew, but not very far in advance. So
okay.
Yeah, that's just the idea of doing a collaboration.
Yeah,
it's like really cool.
We're all big fans of Killer 7.
I love Killer
and, like,
7.
There's
games. So many people at the office love No More Heroes like so much. It's like really, it's like really cool. We're
absolutely.
Pumped.
Well, before we continue, I of course want to introduce you guys, make sure people know who you are. This is Alec and Sean from Yacht Club, and of course they help make this beautiful game you know as Shovel Knight. Guys, why are we here? What is the meaning of life?
Well, we're here to, I don't know about that second question, but we're here today to show off Shovel Knight King of Cards, which is the latest and last Shovel Knight campaign. So you'll play as...
Last?
It's the last campaign.
Oh, okay.
We have battle mode to do after this.
I was going to be like, don't break my heart. Don't come here and break my heart.
This is like the culmination of everything.
Okay.
We just came off of Spectre of Torment, and that was like a more serious and kind of take. And so King Knight is the finale. It stars a much more goofy, funny character, and there's just going to be a lot of like levity, and I don't know, we're letting loose a little bit because it's the last one.
Speaking of letting loose, guys, make sure if you have questions for Sean and Alec, like, hit us up, hashtag questions in the chat. I will try to ask your questions to them. But anyways, so the King Knight, goofy guy, what makes him different from the other knights that have been featured in the game previously?
Well, with all these campaigns, we want to give all the characters like a really unique play style. So Plague Knight was kind of like flying through the air. Spectre Knight was like all about like looking at walls and like what can you climb and what can you dash slash. I think King Knight like combines a lot of the lessons we've learned along the way. So he's got like a spin attack that he goes into when he bashes into something that's kind of reminiscent of Shovel Knight Shovel Drop.
It's very like pirouette, like woo.
Yeah, and you have this shoulder bash that you can use to dart around and fight enemies as well. Like when you bash into a wall, then you can go into this spin like we were talking about, and so you develop this like cadence of dashing and spinning and dashing and spinning and working your way through the levels, and it just feels really like boisterous and exciting. And yeah, it's
I wish I looked that cool when I was doing anything.
You could.
Boisterous, like I guess I just need the cape, the fluffy cape, the fluffy red royal cape.
You need a lot of animations.
So in terms of gameplay, what kind of sets this game apart from other iterations of the game?
Well, aside from the character and the wackiness, like there's going to be a whole new story, there's going to be a lot of new art, and then on top of that, we're adding this whole new mini game. So it's called Shovel Knight King of Cards, because there's a card game that has been integrated into the Shovel Knight or into the King Knight campaign. We thought, you know, after doing like 3 games of platforming, maybe it would be fun to mix it up a little bit more. And so we designed this card game from the ground up, and it's integrated fully into the game. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, so there will be like card houses throughout these like Super Mario World style map stages, and you'll be able to go and fight. The story actually plays a lot into the card game, and it's
I hope that it'll be like a fun diversion from the main quest.
Yeah, you can see some of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine, like, because obviously it's King Knight and then his adversary sitting across from each other at a table.
Right.
I'm just trying to imagine how that goes down. We will battle, and then you sit down at a table and flip
right.
cards.
Well, yeah, that was one of the funny things we were talking about. Is like, do you want to do a card battle, or do you want to do a real battle with the boss of each stage, and like how is that going to work? So there's a lot of things that we're still figuring out, kind of going back and forth on like where it all slots in. But it's like really starting to build up to be something amazing. Like just like all the Shovel Knight campaigns, it's like they start in a direction, and like now they're coming to fruition a little bit more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I did say at the beginning of this segment, there have been plenty of surprises, but word on the street is, or the floor, word on the floor is that there's a secret surprise you guys have for us.
That's
and
right.
it is going to be unveiled in a trailer that we will show you guys right now.
Yep, let's look right now.
Sometimes an amiibo comes along and takes your breath away. Shovel Knight. But then, another one. Plague Knight. Spectre Knight. King Knight. Introducing the Shovel Knight Amiibo 3-pack. Each amiibo allows you to unlock Helper Fairies in Shovel Knight, bonus armor for Spectre Knight, and maybe some other things.
Oh my gosh. For starters, I love Amiibo, but I also love Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps. Can you believe that?
Yeah, they did that like over the weekend to make it, and it's just like,
oh my gosh.
we just said go, and they completely did it from
scratch. That's awesome. And you know what the craziest part was? Some of the most common questions in the chat right now are you guys going to make different Amiibo?
Well, the answer
Look
is
at
yes.
Them. Look at
Yes,
them, they're
that's
here.
true. Yeah.
We got them. I got my king.
It's so cool to see all these 2D characters from like any angle you want.
Yep, we've been working on these for over a year now.
Oh, geez.
And I mean, it's Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and King Knight. All of the characters from the campaigns. Yeah, all the knights that are in the campaigns. And it's really amazing to see them like finally, like, this is the real deal, hot off the presses. You know, here they are.
I wanted so bad to run this like an infomercial and be like, get yours sometime in the future for this much money. But I don't know the details. But we can talk about what they do, the functionality, in addition to the display possibilities on your desk or your shelf or wherever you want to stick an Amiibo.
Well, the Shovel Knight amiibo, I'm not sure if you noticed in Spectre of Torment, we added the ability, there's a character called Madame Meeber, and she spawns a Shovel Knight fairy for you. And so there's going to be fairies of all of these characters. So there's going to be a Plague Knight fairy and a King Knight fairy and a Spectre Knight fairy, and they all fly around and they are your friends, and they don't do a lot of useful things, but they're really cute.
More fairies, more fun.
Do they do fun little idle things, like if you stand there long
yes,
enough?
when you win, they cheer your victories. When Shovel Knight's asleep, they'll be asleep, and of course each one, all of their personalities are going to come through in all the animations.
Good.
Yeah,
That's what I love to hear.
Exciting.
It's that extra mile that really makes a game, and I feel like, especially with Shovel Knight and all the previous versions of the game and the DLC that you guys have managed to create a wonderful franchise that has a lot of personality and obviously a lot of really silly fun characters. And I appreciate you guys coming on and of course unveiling this coolness. What do you guys think about the amiibo? Like, look at these guys. Look at, they're cool.
And of course, like the previous Shovel Knight amiibo, they'll unlock new challenge stages and
new armor.
That's what I'm talking
new cool
about.
Visual armor.
That is what I'm talking about. I like it. So, amiibo, with or without amiibo aside, like, what was your guys' favorite part about working on King of Cards?
Oh man, well we're still in the middle of working on it. So.
What so far then? I guess
the best part was the reveal.
Oh, okay.
Just happened.
Did you cry? I would cry.
I'm starting.
Are you? Oh, you're getting there. You're like,
maybe.
Oh, my baby. Like, well, I guess, I mean, essentially it is your baby. You've worked so hard on it. You've seen it.
It's been 4 years since we've been working on Shovel Knight, and so this is like going to be the culmination of everything.
Did you imagine it was going to be like this?
We never thought it would take this long.
Good. Well, I mean, I'm glad. I was about to say good, but it sounds like I was like,
no,
good, you didn't think it was.
we keep getting carried away, but every time it just ends up being more fun, and I don't know. It's all working out for us, so we're just really happy.
And the fun part, I feel like a lot of indie games have a lot of that flavor where instead of that sometimes corporate feel a lot of games have, you go back to the personality and the creativity, and then the no holds barred, just making games for fun, having fun making those games. And you get a lot of that with Shovel Knight.
Yeah, absolutely.
We definitely have a lot of fun making it.
Yeah, and then we're like, then we hawk the toys. We're like, try the amiibo. It's so cool. Yeah.
Oh, and I also like to see like the little platforms are purple.
Yeah, all of them are in the Shovel Knight series, so it's a purple base for all of the Shovel Knight amiibo.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh, and you guys, you don't know when they're gonna come out, huh?
No, we can't talk about that. But King Knight is gonna come out in early 2018.
Oh, ooh, okay. Well, we'll just have to play the game, to wait for the amiibo to come. I'm gonna set this down here before I accidentally, totally on purpose, steal it, because they are adorable and cute. But I want to thank you guys so much for making an awesome game. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm gonna throw down to Matt again. But Alex, Sean, thank you so much.
Thanks
for joining me. And guys, make sure you stay tuned because Nindies at Night is almost over, but it's not completely over. So hold on to your pants.
Welcome back, guys. I am here with the co-creators of Runner 3, Mike and Alex. We are here talking about the new game, the sequel to the previous game. I'm really excited about the updates you guys added to this game and the challenges that come with that as well. Can you tell me a bit about like what can we expect from this game and what kind of old stuff will we be bringing back into it as well?
Sure. I mean, we each will probably have a couple of different answers because I come at it from the design side, Mike more from the art side, but then we work together to mind meld. And so if you liked Runner 2, you liked Runner 1, there's a lot of that in this, but we wanted to expand it sort of gently, keep it true to its roots, but yet give you new things. So we've got vehicles in there, we've got branching paths, we've got different kinds of currency, a shop, what else?
Story elements, which is nice.
Oh, what? That's awesome.
So like deeper story elements, which is pretty fun and interesting, and sort of hero quests, which is nice because of the divergent paths. You're able to explore our universe a little bit more, which is nice.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we're trying to focus on like making the world seem and feel richer, and all the while completely full of joy. That was like a big thing when Mike and I sat down to conceptualize Runner 3. We were like, we just want it to be a joyous experience from beginning to end. And
then torture people with the difficulty.
With the difficulty, that's right.
But it's a very joyous experience.
We want them to be having a joyous experience while they're cursing our names. Yes. And if you liked Charles Martinet in Runner 2, there is a lot more of him in this one.
There's a whole lot of him in this one.
We tried to write a script that was completely impossible for a human being to say, and then make him say it very fast.
So here's Pan. Let's get some gameplay in here. Let's keep talking about this. Let's get some gameplay. I love where. Let's keep talking about this. Let's get some gameplay.
Yeah. You're noticing right now they're playing, and there's like the gold path that they're running on, but underneath you can see peeking through those boards, there's gems. And so the idea in this game is that you can kind of choose the difficulty you want to play as or play in. So once you beat a level the first time, you unlock the gem path, which is something new. So there was only ever gold bars in the first 2 games. This time, you get your gold bars, you beat the level, the gem path is unlocked. The gem paths are much harder, but the gems are your expendable currency. And that currency will buy you costumes, special effects, new sorts of features for your character. And I don't know if your viewers are familiar with Wodave, but that was a game that we put out, and the star of Wodave is actually the shopkeeper.
That's awesome.
In this game, yeah.
Well, it's cool having all these IPs that we can sort of mingle with.
And it's always fun seeing Bitrunner the Commander in different games as well. It's always a fun Easter egg. It's like, oh, look at that.
One of the fun things that we've done is we basically kept him open for other people to use for the most part. We said no to a couple people recently only because we're trying to push our own Commander video, but he's such an ambassador to Indies, which is fun.
Absolutely, and with the new features too. Like, I'm a 100% junkie, so I know I'm going to be spending hours trying to 100% this. I love these kinds of games. So,
do you remember in Runner 2 you could get a perfect, you could get a perfect plus, you could get a double perfect, triple perfect plus, all that. In this game, you can also get a special perfect plus. And so there's a whole slew of 100% stuff that'll drive people like you totally insane.
I love it. I love the challenge. Bring it on, man. I'm ready for Runner 3 right now.
Okay, so speaking of challenge, so there's like our main worlds and the retro world like we've done before, which we can talk about in a sec if you want. But then there's challenge levels, and the challenge levels are meant to be so hard that the developers can't beat them. There's the one person who designed them can beat them, and I've beaten maybe 3 of them.
Yeah, we have the easiest one here tonight, and it's like no one can get like more than a couple seconds into it. I personally have beat it once, but I don't even know if I'm ever gonna get perfects on these. So for the perfectionists, they're really screwed.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. When can we expect Runner 3 to come out?
I think we're looking at sometime in February.
February, great. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you guys so much. Guys, oh, thanks, man. Guys, thank you so much that's it for us here down on the floor. Remember, like our stuff, comment, and let us know what you think of all the stuff you've seen tonight. I wish we could go for hours. There's still so much content to look at, so many indie games. Remember to support indie developers because this stuff is awesome, and it's incredible that we get that on the Switch. We can take that with us anywhere. Like, what the heck? So thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe to Hyper RPG, and we're going to send it over to Pam one more time. That's it for us on the floor, and we'll see you guys very soon. Bye, guys. Enjoy our Nindies.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for joining us at Nindies at Night for Nintendo. Goodness gracious, Damon, it's been a night. I feel like it's been 10 years.
Holy shnikes. There have been a lot of announcements tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, going through the list, we had Super Meat Boy Forever claiming they are a true sequel to Super Meat Boy.
They are.
That everybody has been waiting and begging for years. You have Floor Kids with people like Kid Koala and John up here, like talking about this game that they've poured their heart and soul into. You got Suda51 dropping bombs on us with the Shovel Knight collaboration announcement. And then you've got Yacht Club themselves dropping info on Amiibo. It's crazy.
It's too cool. It's too cool. It feels like it's been Christmas. But then again, with video games, I feel like every release and announced season is Christmas for me. It's just, I do what I love, and I love what I do. But Damon, thank you so much.
It's been my pleasure. It was really tough to be here to bookend this live feed at the beginning.
Someone had to do it. Someone had to do it, and it definitely had to be you.
Well, before I bring Matt on to close out, we have a little bit of a sizzle reel to show you in case you guys missed it this morning. Again, thank you, Matt. I mean, you're not Matt, you're Damon. But thank you, Matt, who's coming upstairs. And Damon, thank you so much.
It has been my pleasure, Pamela. Thank you so much. And the Hyper RPG crew, and of course, everybody for tuning in. Thanks so much. Enjoy this sizzle if you haven't checked it out already. It's awesome.
Dun, dun.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yay!
It has been so much fun. We've had a blast here at Nindies at Night. I hope you guys did too. I hope we saw a lot of great stuff that got me really excited.
We taught all.
We taught so much.
We taught. I was poking fun. You guys don't know. I mean, Matt and I technically co-hosted this together, although we shared no screen time. We have an awesome rapport.
Yeah,
back
right.
and forth. We have a good team. So what did you enjoy seeing the most down there?
We saw a lot of great games. It's hard to pick like which ones were like my favorite. They were all looked really incredible, but the ones that I didn't get to cover that I thought were really great were Dendara looked awesome, which is kind of like it was a Metroidvania type game, but like super fast and like the bosses look awesome in it. I was like, whoa. And then Mulaka looks really good too, because I actually talked to the developers and they were saying that I know, and it's an adventure game set in northern Mexico, based off one of the tribes up there, and they actually interviewed the tribe and they brought back an old language like that, their actual language that's almost like extinct in like humanity, and they brought it into gameplay and had them record audio, and like it was really touching to hear, and I was like. It was for me. I'm really excited for that game.
Yeah, I just love indie games have so much personality, and I feel like they should be showcased more often. I love what we did, and again, we wouldn't be here without you guys. It's all you guys sitting here watching us.
That's right.
Hyper RPG fam, we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to Damon, all the developers. We have a really awesome team that work really hard from the backside of the...
I would like to apologize because apparently there was an audio issue at the beginning of the stream. We don't know what it was because we didn't hear it.
Maybe it was your
everyone in the
mustache.
chat was freaking out
It's a mustache.
and saying
It's a
echo,
mustache.
echo, 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 and I yelled at Sarah like, they're freaking out in the chat, and she came over with her phone and put her headphones on, and she's like, it sounds fine, and then we looked down at the chat and everybody said, it's fixed now.
We did it.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey,
Great.
would you believe
That's
in,
just how magical you are, Zach.
Great.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, we are Hyper RPG, and we do all sorts of crazy stuff like this all the time. You can see Matt playing Nintendo games, indie Switch games every single Thursday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. You couldn't do it today, but you played Rabbits on the Plane all day. So.
I did play Rabbits on the Plane all day.
I did too, and I'm better than him, so it's fine.
Well, he's had more time. So.
Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If you want to check us out, make sure you follow and do all the fun stuff, twitch.tv/HyperRPG. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, @PamelaHort13.
At Shy Guy Express.
We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
We love you. We love you.
Bye.
We love
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
And bye. 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 Bye.